The Boise Board, it's part of a website called The Hobby.
And instead of heading to a street corner, dozens of local women are listing sex services on the board.
Tammy Tremblay has been looking into this site for months, and she joins us now live with her 2 News investigation at Sex for Sale in Boise.
A woman contacted us worried about her friend who was advertising sex on the internet. After digging into the website, I uncovered some startling details. And just a warning, this story is for adults. Enticing, naughty, sensual, exciting. Words and pictures to attract clients.
Pretty much any man will pay for it if he sees what he wants.
Becca advertises on the Boise Board. We connected with her and 2 other prostitutes after setting up an account.
Hello?
Hey Liliana, it's Eric.
Hey Eric. I'll be there probably like 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Secret Liliana and Kiara Amor stood us up. My colleague Eric Avigny waited outside a Boise hotel for almost an hour, while I hid in the backseat of a car with a camera. Finally, an appointment with Becca in Caldwell panned out.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm not who I say I am.
Okay.
Okay. I am actually a news reporter.
She agreed to talk.
It's kind of a hush-hush ordeal.
As long as we keep her identity secret, blurring her face, altering her voice, and changing her real and working girl names.
It started out because I needed money. Just everything in my life was going downhill, and so a friend told me about this site.
Becca is in her early 20s, going to school, and says being a prostitute is how she survives.
I think if it's just a single girl trying to make a couple extra dollars, it should be okay. For me personally, like, I greet them at the door, ask them how their day's going and stuff like that, then we go upstairs. The first client that I had, it was really traumatic for me because I was raised to think, you know, sex stays between married people and you don't do it unless you're married. So it was really hard for me at first, and now I guess you just kind of get numb to it. It just becomes what you do.
Becca says making appointments online is a lot safer than walking around town looking for clients. Police say that's just not true.
You don't know who you're dealing with, and now you're bringing them into an intimate situation. They know where you live. They know the places you use for your business. And so it's even much easier for them to track you as opposed to possibly some of these prostitutes on the street.
Meridian Police Department's deputy chief says the Boise Board is dangerous but legal. It doesn't become a crime until money's exchanged.
There is no telling what is going to happen to you.
Recently, detectives conducted a sting using the website, arresting 12 Johns and prostitutes. Bastrachea says there's an obvious demand in the Treasure Valley.
We found it difficult actually to set up some of the appointments because they were so busy.
Becca is one of those busy members, on a good week making $2,000 in tax-free cash.
Definitely makes life easier when you have a little bit extra money.
But she admits bad things can happen.
Like, I've been locked in people's houses, like they've refused to let me leave unless I do services for whatever they say.
Bastrachea says there are more victims in this prostitution circle than people want to admit.
What we found out is a lot of these Johns that we were dealing with were married, they had kids. These females are victimized on a daily basis. They're psychologically, sometimes physically abused. The Johns are victimizing their families. I mean, it's very similar to the cycles of domestic abuse, the cycles of drug abuse. You mirror kind of what your parents have taught you in a lot of these cases.
For Becca, she plans on leaving the board when she graduates in May, being a member for less than a year. But she does have a message for anyone thinking of following in her footsteps.
I just think that there are definitely better ways to get money and get help than this, by far.
The hobby website containing the Boise Board is run by a Montana company called Lush. We contacted them but have not gotten a response. But again, the website is legal. It's what happens when the meetings take place. That is not legal. In Idaho, people who sell or buy sex are charged with misdemeanors. It becomes a felony if it happens 3 times. Live in the studio, Tammy Tremblay, KBOI 2 News, watching out for you.